What if I told you that you have never manifested a single thing in your life? You have never manifested or not manifested a single thing in your life. This comes in response to questions as, why did I manifest this? Why is this happening to me? Or why can't I manifest this specific person or this money or this job or this lifestyle or this dream life that I want? Or the idea that I've been manifesting this for a long time with no results. What do I do? But here's really where I want to start today. What if I really told you that you have never manifested or not manifested a single thing in your entire life? Why? Why can we say that? Because manifesting, or the law, as in the law of attraction, the law of assumption, the law of frequency, the law of vibration, the law of resonance, the law of correspondence, the law of cause and effect, the universal laws of creating and manifesting things that you want, the law of I am. All of it, none of it is a process or a technique that you do or apply. That's where these questions are coming from, as if the law of being, the law of I am, manifesting is a process or a technique that you do or apply. And I know it's been taught like that. We've even made concessions, given permission slips to those ideas. But I'm telling you today that you've never manifested a single thing ever in your life. Because manifesting, or the law, is not a process or a technique that you do or apply. It's a power, it's a force that you are, and that I am. Hear it again. It's not a process or a technique that you do or apply. Manifesting, or the law, all of it. It's a power. It's a force that you are, that I am. You don't apply it. You don't do anything. It is the very substance and source of all that is, was, or will ever be. Hear this today. Your reality is literally, actually, made out of you. Your very own I amness. Your very own self-awareness. Your very own self-contemplation of the substance of who you are. Wow. It's all made out of you, all of it. This power, this force, this source, this substance is the one and only self-existing cause of all that is. What we've referred to as first cause. Here's what the ancients said, the metaphysical meaning of John 1:3 in Scripture. Very powerful message. All things whatsoever, all things, no exceptions, no limitations, were made through him. And without him, nothing was made that was made. All things came into being through him. And without him, nothing that came into being came into being. So the question is, who is he? Him is God, or the Father, or the field, or the universe, or consciousness, or awareness. Whatever you want to call that power of all that is, that essence that you are, that substance of reality. I am that I am. That's what the ancients said the name of that existence is. The name of that one universal consciousness or awareness, what we call the field or the Father. And I've mentioned before in the book, The Science of Mind, God creates by contemplating his own I amness. Ernest Holmes. Well, there's only one I am. Therefore, you create by contemplating your very own I amness. There's only one. One power, one reality, one source, one substance, and you are that source and substance. All of it. Wherever God is at all of God must be. You can't break up and divide all that is. So you must be all that is. Wherever you are at all of God is. And wherever God is at all of you are. It's you. Creation or existence is I am. The name of this self-existing first cause and source is I am that I am, or I am who I am, as the ancients called it. In its nature, or its name, those are the same, is self-contemplation or self-awareness. It's its nature to be aware or contemplate itself. Just as consciousness, the nature of consciousness is to be conscious. Awareness, to be aware. Life, to live. That's where all desire comes from, the desire to be, to exist as all that is. I am is the absolute clarity and conviction that I am the one and only source, one and only substance, one and only creator of me and my reality. Wow. Your very own clarity and conviction of who you are and what your reality is creates and manifests it. There's nothing else that creates. It's your very own conviction of your I amness. It's something you got to work on. You are that I amness. That conviction is built in. That clarity is built in. That self-knowing is already built into who you are as that substance itself. Who I am and what my world is, in other words, my own reality, is made or comes into being through me, through my very own self-contemplation, through my very own I amness, without which nothing was made that was made. Nothing has come into being that has come into being. This is coming from John 1:3. Very powerful. So manifesting is not a process you learn, techniques you practice, or laws you apply. It is the one and only creative power that you are. Hear it again. Manifesting is not a process you learn. It's not techniques that you practice. It's not laws you apply. It is the one and only creative power that you are. It is the law, the one and only law of I am. God, I am, creates, and therefore you, I am, create by contemplating your very own I amness. Reality is literally actually made out of you. There is no other reality. Wow. You don't have to learn how to manifest, shift to, or create your own reality. It's natural, it's innate, it's happening through you and as you in every moment. Whether you believe it or not, it doesn't require your belief. Do you see? The creation doesn't require your belief. Whether you believe it or not, you are it. It's a knowing, and that knowing is within you. You simply choose how to be aware and conscious of yourself here and now. I get that question, Tom, what's the difference between a limiting belief and a true belief? Well, a true belief doesn't require you to believe it to be true. A limiting belief requires you to believe it. So when you say, I'm small, I'm not that which I desire to be, I'm not worthy, it requires your belief for that to be true. That's a limiting belief. The only true belief is I am, and it doesn't require your belief because it's true. It's the truth of reality. Wow. All the processes, all the techniques, all the methods that are talked about, they're talked about here on this channel and on the Be Something Wonderful channel. We've talked about it. We've made concessions. And everywhere they're talked about. They're simply concessions, placebos, permission slips made and given to you for one reason and one reason only. And here, in the words of the late, great spiritual teacher Neville Goddard, you are already that which you want to be. And your refusal to believe it is the only reason you do not see it. In other words, your refusal to contemplate yourself, I am, as already being that which you desire to be without any other conditions whatsoever. just to know and contemplate yourself as everything that you want to be absolutely delusional. A conviction and certainty that's unshakable. You are only ever manifesting and experiencing the contents of your very own I amness. The contents of your very own consciousness, your very own awareness. There's only one awareness, there's only one consciousness, there's only one I amness. And you are that I am. Everything changes here and now in every moment anyway. So why not contemplate yourself as all that which you desire to be with such delusional, emotional certainty and conviction that the world, your reality, has no choice but to reflect it. It has no choice but to rearrange all that is, and all that it is, and all that you are around you. Because it has no choice anyway. Your past is not fixed and unchangeable. Your present's not solid and continuous. Your future's not missing or uncertain. That's the illusion. Nothing is as it seems. It is as you are. There you are is all that is, your very own I amness. And then you contemplating that. Your truth. What's true to you? What's your truth? What's your choice of assumptions and beliefs and definitions of who you are and what your reality is? From that choice, from that self-contemplation in every moment, you project and create and experience and manifest your past, present, and future. Do you see? That's not fixed and unchangeable, that past. You're creating it right now through the story of who you are. You're creating this present. That's not solid and continuous. It's changing every moment into who you are contemplating yourself as. And that future's not uncertain. It's not missing. It exists here and now. The question is, who are you? How are you contemplating yourself? You've never manifested anything in your life ever, or not manifested it. You never did. That's the good news. It's changing at every moment into who you say you are, and only who you say you are. Your reality is what you say it is, and only what you say it is. Wow. Across the board. Past, present, and future. Right now. Right here. I am your host, Tom Kearin, and this is the Tom Kearin channel and studios at Be Something Wonderful, where we help you level up and become the best version of yourself. Creators, check out the Be Something Wonderful channel. We just released a big video there. And at the end of this month, we have our next live event. Live event 42, our 42nd live stream with me. I answer your questions as you ask them. So join us on the Be Something Wonderful membership channel. Creators, with great love, with great light and infinite gratitude, this is Tom Kearin. Until next time, we'll see you soon.